Hey, happy Easter, everybody! Or Eostra, or Ostara. Many, many holidays, many traditions. Knowledge is power, so let's take a look. Let's take a look at a few variations of the holiday celebration. See if we learn a little something with an open mind, of course. Chefs out there, I included a few recipes that you've probably seen before. Hope you enjoy making them, yummy, and craft ideas. And of course, you can't forget a little bit of history of it all. How did we all come to hear about this mesmerizing Eostra or Ostara? It's from the writings of Bede. It was based not on any particular person. There's never been any proof of such goddess or a person to be considered this goddess, in which he describes in his writings. And so throughout time, people celebrated this. Eostra, also known as Ostara, is spring equinox. The meal focuses on dishes that symbolize fertility, renewal, and the awakening of nature, featuring eggs, lamb, spring greens, and other seasonal ingredients. Eggs are a central symbol of fertility and new beginnings. So these are included in various dishes like quiches or simply as decorative elements on each celebration. And lamb representing spring and new life as a popular main dish. And to represent the first signs of spring, they'll also enjoy spring greens, fresh fragrant greens like spinach, kale, and asparagus, seasonal vegetables, including mushrooms, and dish ideas also include milk, cheese, and other dairy products. So the main dish would be roast lamb with herbs and spring vegetables, a quiche with spring greens and eggs, a lamb stew with spring vegetables, roasted spring vegetables, salads with fresh green eggs and herbs, and desserts are like pastries or cakes with spring colors and flavors, fruit tarts, pies, seasonal fruits. And that's where we got all the pastel color from, and the Easter egg hunts and all that stuff like that. And within the spring equinox, they also have an altar, and in the altar it features symbols like rabbits, eggs, spring blooms, and candles to honor the balance of the equinox. Combined together, being that the bunny represents fertility because bunnies are very fertile creatures. And so they've included the bunny representing this, eggs representing life, because in the story of this goddess, it says Bede says, she turned a bird into an egg. And that's how it became the story of the Easter egg, huh? We've also heard of Passover, a Jewish holiday. And if we're looking at Passover, a story of Exodus where God led the Israelites out of slavery from Egypt and into freedom. This Jewish holiday is taken very seriously, and it lasts for 7 days. Now, it's not a 7-day celebration like we might have out here and understand in the neighborhood. There was no twerking, break dancing, not even ballroom dancing in this celebration. Have the Jewish people saying, "What would Moses do?" All right. So there's Seder, matzah, avoiding leavened foods, Seder plate, 4 cups of wine, and a door is also left open. So Seder, for a special ritual, a meal is held. People tell the story of how it all happened. The matzah is unleavened bread. It is eaten throughout the holiday, and it symbolizes Egypt when there was no time for the bread to even rise, where they had to leave. And then avoiding the leavened foods, which I've already mentioned. Seder plate, the plate symbolizes foods like hard-boiled eggs, bitter herbs, and cheresed, a sweet mixture. 4 cups of wine are drunk during the Seder, symbolizing 4 promises of freedom made to the Israelites.
Look at all those eggs
The
that were
open
used.
door is left open for the prophet Elijah, who is believed to announce the coming of the Messiah.
So we're just not going to talk about
I
it.
don't know if they sleep with that door open for a full 7 days, but not in this neighborhood. Oh, I'm sorry. It's a beautiful tradition. They celebrate it in this manner because according to their Torah, God gave them these instructions in this certain way. Included in their Torah, God instructs his people to dab some of the animals, blood, atop their door as a sign of protection from the wrath of God that was to come. And at midnight, the Lord struck down all the firstborn in Egypt, from the firstborn of Pharaoh, who was the king who had everyone enslaved, to the firstborn of the prisoner who was in the dungeon, and the firstborn of all the livestock as well, all perished at once. And then after that, Pharaoh summoned Moses and Aaron and was like, "Up, leave my people, you and the Israelites, go worship the Lord as you have requested. Take your flocks and herds as you have said and go, and also bless me, for otherwise we all will die." I support any tradition that involves yummy food, and so I'll be there to try the food. Mess around and bring a to-go container along with dessert. Oh, look at that. I wouldn't need anything else but some alone time for the safety of others after eating all that egg. So much talent. Many of you have so much talent, and so many that still haven't even shared it with the rest of us. I think this idea can be applied to Christmas ornaments by matching napkins that'll match your decor and do all that stuff on the ornaments, or even on flower pots to match your decor too. Amazing ideas for everyone's preference. And so now looking into the gospel, looking at Jesus, the crucifixion day, the preparation of the Passover, and all that Sabbath, this is where it all intertwines, and there are a lot of disagreements, but I'm not here for that. Basically, Jesus was crucified, died, and resurrected during Passover week. That week that was so, sanctified, taken so seriously, nothing was to be done, and was celebrated ever since the enslaved people were freed from the Pharaoh. That's where we're getting at right now. And Jesus, Yeshua, dying on the cross is where we have our cross from. The death and resurrection of Jesus, Yeshua Christ. And so, according to Christians, the death of Jesus represents the death of our sins And the resurrection represents new life that He has given us because He took our sins. Like back in Exodus, where they had to sacrifice an animal and put the animal's BLOOD above the doorframes, where Jesus became that sacrifice, and there was no need to sacrifice any more animals. And again, I'm going along explaining exactly what I'm understanding from what I've been reading. And this is what Christian believers hold to heart on Passover. I really wish I could get into a little bit of each, a little bit more, but this is just a quick run through, quick look over for all three meanings from what I understood and what I've looked up. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you get to doing all these crafts and cooking. Everyone, stay blessed and above the test. Happy cooking, happy crafting. What traditions, if any, did you grow up following or have begun with your family? I'd love to know. And thank you for your interest in watching. Stay blessed and above the test.